Hey guys, welcome back to another video today, and today I'll be going over an aircraft carrier that might actually come to the game of Jailbreak. As you may know, the next season will be a meme season, and Asimo has said that he will continue to use community creations for future seasons. However, people who make these community creations are also modelers out there that design concepts to make Jailbreak better and more equal, and one of these modelers, one of the most popular ones and most famously known, has actually given me exclusive access to his recently designed build, and I'll be touring it in today's video. So before we jump right into the video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe, as I'm like stuck on this ship right over here. And yeah, let's go ahead and just jump right into the video. So a little bit of a backstory. The person that actually gave me access is of course Rally Subby, and he's actually well known because he's made quite a few community creations. And if you guys don't know him from last year, he actually made the first community creation in Jailbreak, which was the M12 Molten. It was added last year back in like October 2020, and yes, he has made an aircraft carrier concept, and I'm showing that off right now. So here it is, we have just spawned, and this is the massive aircraft carrier. And if you guys don't know what an aircraft carrier is, it's basically, it holds, wartime stuff. It's for war, and it basically carries aircraft and all sort of stuff. Alright, so we have just spawned in right over here, and as you can see, look at this. This is just a massive aircraft carrier, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys know what an aircraft carrier is. If you guys don't know, it's basically like a warship that, carries aircraft and is like stations aircraft here, and it's basically like out of sea island, pretty much. And he actually is making this for a specific reason, and I'll explain later in this video. But this is supposed to be a so-called, sort of like a headquarters, a sort of like replacement for the headquarters, and it is pretty cool. But let's go ahead and just take a look. And of course, I'm look at this. When I'm like running, he gives me like super fast running speed, because this is a huge build, it's a huge concept, a huge aircraft carrier, so it's gonna take a while to get over everything. But first of all, this is like below deck. This is sort of like open, it's out at sea right over here. And first of all, we got, the jet skis, or, the boats right over here. This is like the secondary tier boat. This is actually one of the Jailbreak cruisers, so that's pretty cool. We got a UFO right over here. And then we got this bounty board right over here. Arrest these criminals and earn these bounties. So this is probably where the police will spawn, as in the headquarters. I have no idea what this helipad is for. Maybe they're supposed to put like the little bird or something right over here. Anyway, going up all the way over here, we're going to go all the way to the deck. So we're going to teleport right over here. And they call this right over here the internal docking bay. So that's a docking bay down here. And we're going to go all the way to up deck. So as you can see right over here, there's like, a police station. So you might spawn on top of the deck right over here. And you can probably get a helicopter up top there, and do some stuff over here, equip guns and weapons, stuff like that. And as you can see, there's a lot of stuff right over here. So first of all, you got the huge, so right over here you got on the top of basically the aircraft carrier, where all the radar stuff, the antennas all the way up here. I mean, it's kind of a cool design. Right over here is like the docking area where they'll unload cargo, so it's pretty well built over here. And I just love this part. I can just run just like this. So as you can see, some cargo right over here. There is some jets right over here, so you can just come out here and get some jets, helicopters. You got the little bird, and you got this entire runway, so you can land on this giant ship right over here. And of course, more can be added to this, but I just want to say this is a huge design right over here. It is absolutely huge. And of course, I haven't even done this during daytime. This is actually nighttime, so let me switch it to daytime, and this is how it will look. As you can see, look at that. It is quite cool. It's really cool. So as you can see, this is the first tweet. There's also a Reddit post, but we're going over the tweet first. So Rally Subby says, I made a police HQ revamp. Meet the JBS. Excuse me if I say this wrong. I think it's Balthans. I think this is like Bad CC's last name. Yeah, that's Bad CC's last name. Alex Balthans. Hopefully said that right. Don't make fun of me for saying that wrong. And of course, it says supported by giving an upvote and stuff like that. And of course, I've already given an upvote. So here is actually what's called the police HQ revamp. The JBS, Balthans, JBS probably stands for, Jailbreak. I really don't know what the S is for. Maybe like, ship or something. The aircraft carrier. So as you guys do know, obviously, there has been a lot of hate going on with the police HQ regarding spawn camping and its location on top of that, and he got a brilliant idea of making this, police HQ revamp. And he wants it basically on a remote location that is out on sea. As you can see, it's in a remote location, meaning criminals will have a hard time spawning and camping it, and they'll have no point in staying there. It's distant from the city, so it'll balance it. It's not too far and not too close, and most importantly, would let the cops have the ability to choose their spawn, which is supposed to come, and, now there's no base in the heart of the city. Now, as you can see, this is what he says. Let's start from the bottom, the rear where we have. So this is the entrance in the waters. We basically saw that. Notice that you can spawn a few vehicles. There's a UFO, a few boats, so it's an internal dock that can spawn right over there. And there's, these are more pictures, of course, and... Oh, dang. Well, I didn't even notice that, but there was actually a turret right over here. I didn't even go everything, but there is a turret right over here where you can go up and probably if, like, criminals are trying to get... Oh, yeah, there's even, like, you can lower a ship down there. Not a ship, I mean, one of those cruisers, one of those jet skis down there. And there's actually a turret over here which you can shoot probably if, criminals are trying to come and steal your stuff. Or maybe this is already automatic. Yeah, this is from the base, but, I mean, it'll be kind of cool if you can control it. And, yeah, that's right there. And of course, there's a dock and a bounty board, which kind of went over that pretty much. And then you can climb over here to go to the main dock. And, the fanciest part is, the outside of it. And then we got, cranes and containers and all useful assets. Probably there's going to be change if Asimo adds this, because this is a concept. And Asimo can add this to the game anytime he wants. And he just put, the prison, sort of like building right on top. So they're not too much, but Asimo could add more to it, of course. And of course, the long runway. And of course, the more epic pictures of it. And now, what do I have to say about it? Well, what I have to say about it is, the police HQ, I feel that building is actually really cool. I really like the police HQ building, and guess what? I don't believe it should be removed. I feel that, because 80% is a pretty high probability, and that is the probability that Asimo has chosen that you will spawn at the police HQ. I feel that Asimo should probably add this, and this is pretty cool. This is a huge, basically, aircraft carrier. I keep on trying to say this battleship, but it's not really a battleship, but sort of counts as one, but it's an aircraft carrier. They should add this aircraft carrier, and you know what, I have an even better idea. If this aircraft carrier could move around the waters, like just right over here, just moving around and cruising, just look how massive this thing is. If it could move around this place, so it's not just stationed right here, it can actually move, just like, the ship, for the regular cargo ship. If it can move like that, and police can be right here and, take off and go to the city, I think that would be such a cool base. Now, even if Asimo doesn't like this idea, I think this will be such a cool robbery, to be honest. Because this is already right over here, and there's probably a lot to do. Like, the cargo ship right over there, it already has, like, a script to go across the map. So, I think Asimo can add this in using that script and just make it go through the map like this, and maybe something to rob on here or something like that. This will be really cool. And even if you can't do a robbery, maybe, like, a game mode. Like, there's gonna be, like, you have a war game mode, there's gonna be two teams, opposing sides with two different aircraft carriers, and they try to kill each other using the aircraft carriers, such as using these jets and trying to kill each other, and if they die they land back here and whoever wins, stuff like that. It'll be such cool for a game mode. This has so many uses other than just an HQ. And a lot of people also agree with the idea of moving the HQ. So if you guys actually want this to be an HQ, go ahead and upvote this. I'll leave it in the description down below. But here is some community feedback. So over here, Jailbreak DeLorean says, I knew it. This is the police HQ is the most overpowered thing added to the game. Criminals have zero chance now. All cops players are in the city now. All the servers I'm joining, criminals are just hiding or robbing stuff that isn't in the city. This ain't fun, Asimo. Also, another problem. Some criminals are starting to find it funny and starting to spawn camp the cops in the new HQ. I don't personally have a problem, but when I try to arrest them, they combat log, and it gives a bounty to a random player. So my suggestion will be, move the HQ to another place. Right over here, this person says, I do have your points, but I believe the new location isn't the issue. It's a probability of being spawns in 1 in 3, but with the new cop base being ever too higher than the 2, that is the problem. Because we already had the police base in the city, 1 in the bridge, and there's no issue with that. So the issue is that the police HQ building, people are spawning in that way too often and getting spawn camped, or they're arresting criminals too easy, which is discouraging them from being in the city and robbing the stuff in the city. So this comes in where this aircraft carrier will probably be a very good idea for, to be in the game. This can be the sort of balance. So I think this is my idea I think this team did a great job making that HQ building. It looks amazing in the city. I gotta say, I really like it a lot. It's really clever design. It's pretty cool as well. I really like it. But, you know, if it's getting too unbalanced, you know, I mean, you know, Jailbreak DeLorean dude came up with the conclusion of moving it to another place, and I gotta say, if moving to another place, this should be the place. And I just say, maybe just make this the majority, where it mostly spawns, or make it like 50% spawn here and spawn otherwhere else. You know, that would be pretty cool. But anyway, tell me what you guys think down in the comment section below about this epic battleship, because not battleship, aircraft carrier. I gotta stop saying that, but this is a very cool aircraft carrier, and make sure to tell me down below what you guys think. But yeah, should the aircraft carrier replace the actual HQ, or do you think the HQ actually balances the game? Because, you know, there's been some community feedback and people have been saying it's a little bit too overpowered, and that has been sort of like my conclusion for a little while. But, you know, this may actually be a pretty good balance, and I absolutely love this concept. So if you guys want to see this added to the game, which is basically a concept, not actually in the game yet, if you guys don't know, make sure to upvote this on the subreddit. It's in the description down below. And yeah, tell me what you guys think about it. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye!